Thank you very much for your kind words. Well, still no regret for the part I played in the Nadoko struggle, even though I lost 2 years of my life in detention. Yes, we fought for democracy. Yes, in 1999 February, I contested the presidential election with my former boss and now friend, General Olusegun Obasanjo. It was clear to everybody that I won that election. As you remember, I went to court. I hired late G.O.K. Ajayi as my lawyer. And G.O.K. was able to establish that if the results that were duplicated were to be discounted, I won by 1.5 million votes. And I was told much later in London by late Ambassador Dende Fernandez that he had seen the results of the election with the Americans. That's the way he put it to me. And that I won a landslide victory. I have no doubt in my mind, and most Nigerians have no doubt whatsoever, that it was I that they voted for. Clearly, the military were jittery about a thoroughbred civilian taking over from them. They would rather go for a hybrid civilian, quote-unquote, politician in the person of my former boss, General Obasanjo. What I was told was that they were afraid that if I became president, I might decide to probe the military. Now, that's ridiculous because I spent 5 years in the Babangida government, first as secretary for 4 years, and then as minister for 1 year. How could I be so stupid as to probe a government of which I was a part? That as such beggars description. But clearly it was an excuse to do what they wanted to do. They believed that the military, they were safer in the hands of a former military person. That's okay by me. I had done my duty, I've paid my dues, and I'm happy that we are still practicing democracy, although it's not perfect. The results are questionable, but it is democracy. You can speak your mind, you can sue the government, you can form parties and do what you like. That is the essence of democracy. So that I was not allowed to enjoy my victory in the 1999 election was unfortunate because I believe, with all humility, that I was better prepared to govern Nigeria as president after 1999 because I had spent my entire life in the public service. As a civil servant, I was a federal permanent secretary, as managing director of Nigeria Merchant Bank for 5 years, as secretary to the federal government for 4 years, minister of finance for 1 year. I had combined experience in the public and private sectors. I want to say again, quite humbly, without any blemish, and without any crisis. And so I thought I was, and what is more, I spent almost 2 years organizing focus group discussions on various aspects of the Nigerian economy. And I was able to distill into my blueprint the outcome of those focus group discussions on agriculture, on education, on industry, on the military, foreign policy. I was ready to govern, to hit the ground running. I was prepared, I prepared little handbooks for every minister, containing the kernel and essence and outline of what I wanted to do in every sector. So that I will not go to Abuja and start thinking of what to do, setting up meaningless committees to think for me. At least I was clear in my mind where I wanted to take Nigeria. In fact, my blueprint was titled New Directions for the Third Republic. Despite all that, as I said, I have no regret at all that I participated in the Nadoko struggle. Today we're enjoying democracy, and I hope we can improve on what is going on so that our democracy can become more and more credible.